We used to have a what called a new ground, a field down yonder that we plowed in back then.
But this is Little Brown Church.
This is what's left of the Little Brown Church, and you can find it on the internet.
Yeah, I've actually seen pictures of it online before it's fallen in.
That was before, yeah.
But there's still what looks to be a relatively active cemetery back here, judging from the...
There used to be a cemetery over yonder too, and somebody has gone over there and got permission and dug around, and I give Patrick instructions on how to get to it, and he give instructions to them people, and they have dug up lots of old headstones and all over there. And now that place right over yonder, that field right over yonder where all that hay is at, we used to farm that too. And we farmed this right here. There used to be a house, well there was two houses, one up yonder at that oak tree and another one back down here. But, Otis and Myrtle lived in this one down here. Now I remember these people here, Lafayette, and you see it, and they got his name over there, Fate Bush.
Yeah.
And there was his wife. She was a coker rather. And here's Pearl Skipper. Well, she was a skipper. She was a Callaway, and they lived over there close to us too. Now, I never knew him, because see, he died, and her husband died in 1931. I don't know them. This one right here, that's a baby. Right there. I remember them.
Yeah.
And I remember that one dying, and I remember their other son and daughter that went to school. Okay, now here's what to look at right here. You see John Henry Campbell?
Yep.
When was he buried?
And looks to be August the 6th of 1944.
Okay, look right here. Who is that?
That says John Alvin Campbell, 1927 to 1948.
Now, that's backwards. Alvin Campbell died in 1948.
Mm-hmm.
I mean 44, because I went to his funeral. In 1948, I was in the Army.
Yeah.
So these dates is backwards. You see Alvin right here was 1927,
Yeah.
He was 2 years older than me. I remember Gladys Campbell.
She was 1926, would have put her 3 years older than you. She died in 1933.
And I don't remember that one.
And you said that out here in this field, you said there were other...
Over yonder, see where them cows are at over yonder?
Yeah.
See where it looks like a low spot going down in there?
Yeah.
There was a drainage ditch through the farm field over there. And there had been a cemetery over there, and there was a lot of the headstones and pieces of them in that ditch, drainage ditch.
Hmm.
And there was another spot where you back up about where you see them cows at, and that little tree was growing around. I think that's probably where the cemetery was at. But somebody has come over here and looked into it
and moved those
Yep.
moved those stones.
Now,
What were they called? BYPU.
Baptist Young People's Union.
Okay. And that was prayer meeting. Happened
Yep.
every what, once a month, or
Once a month.
once a month they'd have a preacher, and that was...
Now, we had a revival here one time. I told you this about, can't forget his name now, that put the pipe organ together,
Yeah, and then
hauled it
carried
in
it.
on a bicycle, hauled it in, put it in here, and then I'll think of his name directly too. But right now I can't. Dewey Gibson.
Yep. I've got a picture of Dewey
And an
in
old,
front of his car with all the writing on it and a little...
Yep. A
ear
horn
horn
that
thing.
he could hear. He was deaf. But the song leader up here, we know, would when he got ready to have a song, he'd turn around and holler at Dewey what the page number was. Dewey never turned the page. He knew every song in that book and played that organ. Now this little road right here, this is that, when you see it on the map, this is that little shortcut, little Z there.
Little Z.
Now that used to go straight on down through yonder and come out down there at Booker Branch. Now we'll go to, if you want to see Mill Creek, it ain't too far on down this road here.
Okay.
Okay. And right now, as far as all this is concerned, we're through with it.
We're through with Little Brown
What we
Church
come for. With what had happened,
on December the
Pearl
7th.
Harbor had been bombed, everybody went to church that night.
And who was it?
What?
Do you remember who was? Who was it who gave the prayer?
Ollie Henson.
Holly Henson.
Ollie, O-L-L-I-E, and he lived in a house right over yonder. And his son, Hubert Henson, married my first cousin, Annie Ruth Jernigan.
Mm-hmm.
That was on my daddy's side. And the last time I saw her, she was working in a jewelry store in Birmingham. Betty knew where she was at, so we went in to see her. And Hubert was the first person that I ever saw with a face guard that played football. You know, with a
front face guard.
face guard,
Mm-hmm.
because he was working at a service station during the summer, and them old trucks used to have snap-on rings on them, and he was changing a tire on one of them and didn't get that ring snapped good, and when he
Mm-hmm.
when he got it on and started to air it up, then he was right over it airing it up, and that rim snapped loose and popped up and hit him right on the forehead and almost killed him.
Mm-hmm.
But he got to play football the next year though, but he had a rim around that spot on it.
Mm-hmm.